whole street vanished overnight. And no map ever showed it existed again. This is not a rumor, not a legend. This is a documented case that was later removed from public archives. In the late 1970s, in a quiet European town, something impossible happened. A full residential street disappeared. Not destroyed, not abandoned, just gone. When officials first arrived, they thought it was a mapping error, old records, wrong data. But what they found changed everything. The ground was intact. No rubble, no ruins. Just a perfect empty line where houses used to stand. But then came the first reports. Neighbors claimed they still heard sounds from the empty space at night. Footsteps, doors closing, even voices calling from nowhere. And the strangest part, old photographs of the town still showed the street clearly. But over time, those images began to change. Buildings fading out, frame by frame. Something was rewriting reality. The more they studied the empty street, the less stable reality became around it. A federal investigation team was sent in within days. Their goal was simple: explain what happened. But their equipment started failing immediately near the site. Cameras recorded static instead of images. Compasses spun without stopping. Radio signals broke down completely. One researcher reported seeing movement inside the empty zone, shapes, like people walking behind invisible walls. But when the team turned to look, directly nothing was there. That night, one member of the team disappeared for several hours. He returned without memory of what happened. Only one sentence repeated over and over: "I was inside the street that isn't there." The border of the disappearance was not fixed. It was moving. As investigations continued, something worse was discovered. The empty street zone was not stable. Measurements taken on different days showed different boundaries. Sometimes the area expanded, sometimes it shrank, as if something inside was breathing. Locals nearby began reporting new phenomena. Reflections in windows showed buildings that didn't exist anymore. Car mirrors displayed streets behind them that were not physically there. The city started to feel like it had two versions of itself, one visible, one hidden, and they were starting to overlap. Part 4, at night, the empty space started to light up again. 3 weeks after the incident, surveillance teams noticed something impossible. Light sources appeared inside the vanished street area, dim at first, then stronger, like old street lamps turning on one by one. Drones sent to record it lost signal immediately upon entering the zone. Ground teams reported hearing voices again, but this time, closer. When military units arrived, everything was dark again, but footprints were found in the soil. Human footprints, fresh, leading into the center of nothing. The official report stopped making sense. Because reality stopped behaving normally, the case was immediately classified. Scientists involved in the project began to disappear from public records. Their research papers were deleted or corrupted, but leaked notes described a disturbing theory. The street was not destroyed. It was displaced. Not in space as we understand it, but in another layer of reality. A parallel structure overlapping the city. And something inside it was trying to reconnect. People outside the zone started seeing the street again, but only in reflections. Months passed. The city was partially evacuated, but strange reports continued. Drivers claimed that in car mirrors, the missing street reappeared for seconds at a time. Fully intact, normal, lived in. Pedestrians sometimes saw silhouettes walking across it, but only when they didn't look directly. Psychologists dismissed it as trauma, but too many people described the exact same details. Same buildings, same layout, same feeling of presence. Something consistent was forming inside the hallucinations. Then another building disappeared, and no one heard it vanish. One morning, a house on the edge of the zone was simply gone. No sound, no collapse, no warning, just empty land where it stood the night before. Neighbors said something strange. The house looked unstable before it disappeared, like it was slightly out of focus. This was no longer isolated. The phenomenon was spreading. Satellite images confirmed something impossible. The city was changing shape. Space agencies reviewed satellite data. At first, nothing unusual. Then frame-by-frame analysis revealed something disturbing. Buildings were shifting positions slightly between images. Some structures flickered in and out of existence for milliseconds. The city was no longer static. It was restructuring itself. As if something beneath reality was editing it like a file. They realized the street was not missing. It was trying to return. A final classified report suggested a new theory. The vanished street was not gone. It was unstable between two states of existence, sometimes fully present, sometimes completely erased, and each phase was becoming shorter. The system was collapsing into synchronization. Whatever caused the initial disappearance was reversing, and then, for exactly 17 seconds, the street fully returned. Multiple witnesses confirmed it. At 3:14 a.m., the entire vanished street reappeared, fully visible, fully real, lights on, movement inside. Then it vanished again. But this time, something was left behind. A single street sign was found at the edge of the zone. Rusted, old, real. It had one word carved into it. Returning. The official investigation was never reopened, but pilots still report seeing a perfect street appear inside clouds over the region, and sometimes, they say it looks like it's getting closer.